or danger to safeguard our native land. We commit ourselves to building a true nation, brave and free, ever striving, ever seeking, dwell in love and unity. Raise the standard, raise it boldly, answer now to duty's call, to the service of your country, sparing nothing, giving all. Gird your loins and join the battle against fate and poverty, each endeavoring, all achieving, live in peace where man is free. God of nations, let thy blessings fall upon this land of ours. Rain and sunshine ever sending, fill her fields with crops and flowers. We, her children, do implore thee, give us strength, faith, loyalty, never failing, all enduring to defend her liberty.
This year has been one of the most challenging for many of us in living memory. All over the world, people are waking daily to lives filled with uncertainty over jobs, health, education, and the future. Many persons have lost loved ones, know of close friends who have lost family, or are anxious about the possibility of them or their families becoming infected. We worry about a vaccine. When will one be created? Will it be accessible? Will it be safe? Issues of race and racism have taken center stage across the political and social divide. An active hurricane season threatens our country and region with each passing day. The dreaded sargasso seaweed has reappeared on our beaches, adding to an already challenging time for our primary economic sector. Access to concessional financing to support our battered economies has not been forthcoming. Neither have our calls for debt forgiveness been heeded to any appreciable extent to date. With this backdrop of 2020, one could very easily become despondent. I, however, wish to pause to celebrate the many positive things we have been able to enjoy amidst the chaos and uncertainty. I pray for our governments, and indeed for the government of the United Kingdom, who continue to grapple with the difficult decisions of balancing the preservation of lives and livelihoods. I salute our essential workers, who have demonstrated the best of humanity with their unwavering commitment to duty. But I also want to pay tribute to a special group. This year, I would like to pause and recognize our diaspora in the United Kingdom for the resilience they have shown and the support they have given and are given to the land of their heritage. Many of our sons and daughters have distinguished themselves in diverse fields. Too often, we fail to recognize the vast accomplishments of our diaspora and their contribution to the development of Antigua and Barbuda. The High Commission will, over the next 12 months, lead activities celebrating our diaspora. We hope to see many of them journey to Antigua and Barbuda in 2021 for the 40th anniversary of independence. But for this year, our 39th year of nationhood, the High Commission would like to use the celebrations to showcase our diaspora in the UK in a range of areas to include business, politics, religion, the arts, and sports. I hope, like me, you will feel a sense of pride and purpose as we highlight the resolve, vision, and dedication to hard work that has characterized our diaspora. Happy independence, Antigua and Barbuda. God bless.
I was a 12-year-old schoolboy when Antigua and Barbuda gained its independence from Britain in 1981. My father was part of the delegation of Antiguan and Barbudan parliamentarians who petitioned Her Majesty the Queen and the UK government in 1980, negotiating the terms of our independence settlement. I remember to this day a sense of pride, purpose and optimism with which we anticipated the future back then. We were conscious of the immense challenges of the geopolitics of the day, but we also had a conviction that together, under God, we were sufficient to whatever challenges the future might bring. Today, 39 years later, that conviction remains. Together, under God, we are sufficient to whatever challenges the future might bring. In that spirit, let us bring our prayers to God.
Merciful Father, gracious God, we praise you for your goodness to us, and to those luminaries who've gone before us, whose contributions to the formation of our island nation of Antigua and Barbuda cannot easily be measured. You have given us purpose. Enslaved, exported, exploited, we remained unbroken. We were once not a people, drawn from many nations and tongues. In your grace you forged us into one nation, two islands, one people, to be a beacon of testimony that if God be for us, who can be against us? Help us to fulfill that purpose. Help us to be a beacon shining in the sun, reflecting your goodness, your justice and peace. God of nations, let thy blessings fall upon this land of ours.
Son of God, living Word, by whom all things were made, in whom we live and move and have our being. We who were once voiceless, you have given us speech. Through calypsonians and poets, politicians and authors, trade unionists and preachers, teachers and journalists. In giving us voice, you have also given us vision of two islands forming one nation under God, in which our motto of each endeavouring, all achieving, is the standard we raise boldly. Forgive us where we fall short of the ideas to which you call us, and renew us with the vision of building a nation brave and free. God of nations, let thy blessings fall upon this island of ours. Life-giving Spirit, Holy Comforter, draw near and bring healing and hope. Where there is discord, bring your peace. Where we are divided, teach us to be one. For you have made us one nation, one people, given us one inheritance, in which all have a share. Help us ever to remember, whatever colour claims our favour, whichever party gains our vote, our commitment to be ever striving, ever seeking, to dwell in love and unity.
God of nations, let thy blessings fall upon this land of ours. God of sun and sea, God of wind and storm, God of past, present and future, give us one purpose, one vision, as one nation under God. Amen.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is saxophonist Mark Bunny. My mother is from the beautiful island of Barbuda, and I want to wish you all a very happy and blessed 39th Independence Anniversary. God bless.
Our dear citizens and friends, the concept of showcasing the achievements of the Antiguan and Barbudan diaspora in the United Kingdom is a commendable one, not only because of the outstanding performance that we display is justly deserving of praise, but because it also provides a platform for information, inspiration, and a connection between the diaspora and the residents at home. In 2017, Canon Reverend Leslie Worrell Isaac was presented with the Governor General's Faithful and Meritorious Service Cross for outstanding contribution to community development in the Antigua and Barbuda diaspora in the United Kingdom. Today, we commend the initiative of our nation's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Her Excellency Karen May Hill, as she leads the charge in honoring worthy members of the diaspora in various areas of achievement. We take this opportunity to applaud all of you who have served as our nation's ambassadors by living exemplary lives in your everyday experiences, excelling in your various professions, serving in your diverse communities, and giving back to our homeland of Antigua and Barbuda. Now more than ever, we at home need your cooperation as we work assiduously to rebuild our economy and rise from the challenges of COVID-19 to a new normal, where we find the right balance between lives and livelihood. To all the members of the Antiguan and Barbudan diaspora, we encourage you to continue your service abroad with dignity and distinction. The theme of our 39th anniversary of independence, One Purpose, One Vision, One Nation, is a very timely one, since it calls on all of us at home and abroad to be unified, especially in a world where isolation, insulation, and separation are being thrust upon us. While through necessity, we must celebrate from a distance, let us commit to celebrate as one. On behalf of the nation of Antigua and Barbuda, I, along with my wife, Lady Williams, extend special 39th Independence greetings to the Antiguan and Barbudan diaspora in the United Kingdom. We also offer best wishes to you all for good health and success in your future undertakings.
My fellow Antiguans and Barbudans in the diaspora, happy Independence Day to you. As we celebrate 39 years of economic and political sovereignty, we are reminded of the important role you play in economic development of our beloved country. Your contributions to nation building, through remittances and the transfer of knowledge and skills have not gone unnoticed. This year's theme, One Purpose, One Vision, One Nation, includes you too, as we pursue the all-inclusive development of our nation. As we work collectively to combat the fallout from the global COVID-19 pandemic, we are making a clarion call for you too to play an even greater role in our country's recovery. We need all hands on deck. My government has articulated policies specifically designed for you to come home or to stay connected. These include concessions for returning nationals, incentives to build homes or investment properties, and concessionary land rates for business development. In excess of 1,500 lots are currently being developed for distribution to nationals of Antigua and Barbuda, to include nationals who live in the diaspora. Beyond the role of senders of remittances, we are also encouraging those in the diaspora to become more involved in the export trade in tourism and other sectors, especially in the development of Airbnb accommodation properties and other investments to broaden local business ownership and to accelerate growth and development. Let us all work together with one purpose, one vision, and as one nation. Once again, happy Independence Day.
Green and Ben Foster, the backup goalkeepers in this squad. Roaming Rooney, Gerrard, Pesky going near post! England have been knocking at the door and they found a way through.
Hi, I'm Emil Heskey, former Leicester, Liverpool and England striker. And I just want to wish all the Antiguans out there, all over the world, a happy Independence Day. Growing up in an Antiguan household, my father's from Antigua, Old Road. My mother's from Barbuda, Codrington. So I've got the best of both worlds. Growing up in that household was wonderful. Always memories of coming back to Antigua and Barbuda, celebrating there and coming for holidays for the 6 weeks and enjoying all the family time and as many beaches as we possibly can get to. But it's always fun, always been loved, and now my parents have gone back. I get the opportunity to go back again and visit them, eat some great food and relax, and my kids are now reaping the benefits from that and get the opportunity to go and visit their grandparents and enjoy time with them. So I just want to wish everyone again happy independence, and yeah.
Scholes is on his way, he's got Heskey up with it. Emil Heskey, is this going to be another one? It is! Would you believe it? 5-1 to England. Heskey on the score sheet now.
I'm a European World and Olympic medalist. I'm also the proud daughter to Antiguan parents, and I'm here to wish everyone a happy Antiguan and Barbudan Independence Day.
Hello, my name is Larry Gonsalves, and I manage the Antigua and Barbuda football team who won the Inner City World Cup that was held in Leicester, England for the first time last year summer. It was a huge achievement by the boys, as we were the first Caribbean team to win the Cup in the 25 years of the tournament being held. Representing the country of the boys' heritage gave them a great sense of pride, along with the coming together of the Leicester and Antigua Barbuda community. I really look forward to next year, where we aim to retain the Cup.
Hi, my name is Sonny. I played the goalkeeper position in the Inner City World Cup. I feel very proud and honoured to have represented my country of origin. The whole experience was fantastic. Better yet, we came out on top as champions. I enjoyed playing with a great group of lads, an excellent coach. It was an amazing achievement for the country and everyone involved.
My name is Timo Thomas. I'm 19 years old.
My name is Ethan Warner. I'm 16 years of age.
It's a great opportunity for you guys, because hearing you guys from Antigua as well, they may be thinking, wow, it could be another Andy, you could be another Richie. My best wishes to you guys, and give it your best shot.
Both of us are the perfect example for you to try to emulate, right? Because we started the ball rolling, and we're hoping that you will be the next trendsetter.
I am endorsing a cricketing program piloted by the Antigua and Barbuda High Commission in the UK and Keyword Cricket Club also in the UK.
We'll have a wonderful time. I just had a look at the square, it's in pristine condition, and after last summer, we had a marvellous summer, hopefully this one's just as good.
Timo and Isan, I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity, to really embrace it and to use it as a stepping stone for greater things.
I'm very excited to go, because those opportunities only come once in a lifetime, and I hope to prove my country well.
I'm determined to put my best foot forward and be the best player I can be, both on and off the pitch.
It's been great having you, Ethan, Timo. I really hope that you can progress further in your cricket, play for West Indies.
Probably the best seam bowler I've played with for at least 10 years.
Great to have you. Both me and Brendan have really enjoyed having you around. It's been good fun, and you've taught us how to wear great sunglasses.
Thanks very much for everything you've done for us this year. Proper all-rounder, mate. An all-rounder on and off the pitch. You've done a great job. It's been a pleasure to have you.
You'll be really missed by all of us and, of course, the Co-op and Amazon.
Happy 39th anniversary of independence, Antigua and Barbuda. I'm Tamara Lowe and I founded the Cricket Kindness Initiative 5 years ago. Cricket Kindness collects vast amounts of brilliant new and upcycled cricket equipment and raises funds to send huge cricket goodwill shipments to St John's. Once it arrives, age-appropriate kit bags are gifted to all the beautiful children throughout all the secondary and primary schools in Antigua and Barbuda. Happy 39th anniversary of independence, Antigua and Barbuda.
Happy Independence. It is my privilege to greet you as we celebrate our 39th anniversary of independence under the theme, One Purpose, One Vision, One Nation. The COVID-19 pandemic has spared no one and has been especially difficult for tourism-dependent nations like ours. We have had to diverse scarce resources to prop up social programs and strengthen healthcare systems across the nation. The results, however, have been commendable and well worth the sacrifice. Our proactive and decisive leadership and collective national efforts have to date resulted in minimal loss of life and containment of the virus. I implore, we must, however, remain vigilant. I pause to extend sympathies to those who have lost loved ones from this pernicious virus and encourage all to adhere to the health and safety standards and protocols wherever you are. I remind us that we remain in an active hurricane season and in a period where there's still the shameful scourge of racism reminiscent of bygone era. We also remain at the mercy of an international financial system reluctant to develop accessible financial instruments to support developmental needs of small states like ours, exacerbated by the pandemic. It is not, however, all doom and gloom. For as I reflect on our theme, I am buoyed by the resilience of our people. In 39 years, we have built a country which has weathered many storms, man-made and natural. We have developed a model of democracy, of good governance and the rule of law, which is a global exemplar. We remain active members of CARICOM, of the United Nations and of the Commonwealth, and continue as a small island nation to expand our diplomatic footprint across the globe. We've been pleased to welcome a British resident commissioner to Antigua and Barbuda and look forward to resetting and even strengthening our relationship with the United Kingdom. In these tumultuous times, our mantra remains consistent: friends of all and enemies of none. Our diaspora friends have been with us along our journey of nation building, and this year we pause to recognize your contributions. We call on you to continue to play your part in supporting, promoting, and investing in our Antigua and Barbuda, your homeland. Visit us as soon as you can, and as often as you may. And as we prepare for 2021 and the 40th anniversary of our independence celebrations, we invite you to join us for homecoming celebrations like no other. Happy 39th Independence to all Antiguans and Barbudans at home and abroad. May God continue to bless, protect, and guard our fair nation. Once again, happy independence. May God bless you.
I'm delighted to be able to speak to you on the occasion of the 39th anniversary of your independence. Since independence, our countries have enjoyed a close friendship based on shared values and objectives. The return of a British diplomatic presence in your twin island nation last year reinforces the importance we attach to our relationship, and our new High Commission and our resident British Commissioner have already strengthened the ties between us, and I know will continue to do so in the years to come. This has been a year of unprecedented challenges for the world with the outbreak of COVID-19. I'm proud the UK is funding critical support to the health sector in the region, and I'm pleased that this support has directly helped Antigua and Barbuda. Whilst the number of cases of COVID-19 in Antigua and Barbuda has mercifully been low, I know the economic impact has been great. The UK will help in supporting your country's economic recovery through the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund and our support for Hurricane Irma reconstruction. As we look to the future, cooperation between our two countries is more important than ever. We want to work with you to overcome COVID-19 and its consequences, and work with you on climate change so you can safeguard the natural resources in your beautiful country. This is a day to feel proud of the achievements of your country and the achievements of your people. It's right to reflect on the bright and prosperous future for Antigua and Barbuda as a friend and partner to the UK. I know that with our strong ties and our shared values, our relationship will only continue to grow in the years to come. Happy Independence Day to you all.
Hello. Hello. It's Brian Murray and Shaky Kanye Mason here. We'd like to just wish everyone in Antigua a happy 39 years independence. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I'm Baroness Floella Benjamin, DBE DL. And over the last 50 years, I've been an actress, a writer of over 30 books, an award-winning independent film and television producer, media regulator, children's campaigner, and 10 years ago, I was elevated to the House of Lords, where I sit on the Liberal Democrat benches, where I speak on diversity, education, the creative industries, and children's issues. I've always spoken up for children and young people, and for 20 years campaigned for a Minister for Children, until we finally got one in 2003. I also campaigned to get diversity in children's picture books and seatbelts in school buses, as well as having diversity on our screens. In 2006, I was appointed the first Black woman Chancellor of a UK university, the University of Exeter. And when I stepped down 10 years later, they put up a statue of me, one of the first of a living Black woman in the UK. I became a household name because of my iconic children's programs, Play School and Play Away, where I influenced millions of children. I call them my Play School babies. Some of them are now ministers in Parliament. My best-selling book, Coming to England, is used in schools and universities to teach modern Black British history. And my production company adapted the book into a film for the BBC, and it won a Royal Television Society Award in 2004. In 2001, I was awarded an OBE for my contribution to broadcasting and the media, as well as a BAFTA in 2005. This year, I received a damehood for my 45 years of charitable work. I ran 10 consecutive London marathons, raising funds for children's charity to highlight the plight of disadvantaged children. And my latest book is now a #1 bestseller. In Parliament, I have worked with government to bring in legislation that has benefited children's lives, such as tax credit for children's programming, ensuring all public service broadcasters make children's programs, and presently I'm working to bring in age verification to prevent children from easily accessing online pornography. I believe childhood lasts a lifetime, so I have dedicated my life to changing the world for the benefit of children, and it's my mission to get government and policymakers to do the same. I often say politics is in my DNA through my Caribbean heritage. I was born in Trinidad, but my father, Roy, was born in Antigua, and he was an active union man who fought for workers' rights both in Trinidad and in Britain. My uncle Campbell was a UK Labour councillor for many years and eventually became Mayor of Bolton. My grandfather was Leonard Benjamin, who back in the 1940s sat in the Antiguan Parliament and was instrumental in bringing in legislation for workers' rights. He was said to be one of the country's finest orators. My half-brother, Londell Benjamin, is now a senator in the Antiguan Parliament. My great-grandfather, Damon Benjamin, was born in Barbuda and was a businessman and owned a fleet of schooners. This heritage means I can claim a piece of land to build a house there and live in Barbuda. I filmed on the island a few years ago, and I will certainly consider settling there one day. Entrepreneurship runs in my family. My brothers and sisters are all successful in their chosen careers. For example, my brother Roy Jr. was part of the team that created the barcode that is used globally and the self-checkout system used in supermarkets. So we have all followed in our Antiguan ancestors' footsteps. And I'm so proud of my Antiguan heritage and to celebrate our 39th anniversary of independence.
My name is Les Isaac, and I'm really excited about the celebrating 39 years of the independence of Antigua and Barbuda. I came to this country as a young child in the 60s, and it was interesting because when I lived in Antigua, there were some things that really helped shape my character, my personality, my aspiration. Things like, boy, have ambition. Things like be proud of who you are. things like it's important to be trained and to be educated. And I really thrived on those things. Obviously, it was a challenge for me coming here in United Kingdom. However, those strong encouragement has always been drivers for me. Over the years, as I've sought to make a contribution as an Antiguan, I've sought to recognize that I had something to offer. And out of that, firstly, working with the churches. I work right across the church religious denominations and non-Christian denomination, seeking to bring cohesion, seeking communities to work together for the greater good of communities. However, I've also worked developing within the church context a social initiative called Street Pastors. That has grown. We've trained over 12,000 people across the United Kingdom to go out in their communities and to help care, listen to people within their community. This initiative has spanned right across culture, denomination, working with the police and with local government to ensure that young people and community are safe and that people could go about their business being reassured. I've been proud as an Antiguan to be able to contribute not just only to the United Kingdom, but as far as Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Africa, America, and various nations of Europe. And so for me, as a small little nation in the Caribbean, 365 beaches, 108 square miles, I'm very proud of my heritage. And I want to say this as I've spoken to people about being in Antigua. Sometimes they say, where is Antigua? However, our cricket goes before us. We have made an impact on the world stage, and we continue to do so, being proud, passionate Antiguans. And I want to just say to everyone, happy anniversary, and let's keep on being aspirational as we seek to make our contribution to whichever nation we may find ourselves. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marvin Harrison and I'm the Chief Executive of Dope Black and founder of Dope Black Dads. My wonderful connection to Antigua and Barbuda is through my grandfather, who's an incredible man, and he's now no longer with us, but my aunts and uncles are still very much in Antigua. And I very much today wanted to wish Antigua and Barbuda a happy 39th Independence Day. We are incredibly proud of you. You are an incredible island. You are an incredible home for so many. And us in the diaspora will be home more often.
Hi, my name's Reverend Tracy Brown. Both of my parents come from Antigua, and I'd just like to wish the people of Antigua and Barbuda a happy independence.
Hi, I'm Andy Oliver. I'm a broadcaster, cook and restaurateur. My Antiguan heritage is more than just a great source of pride for me. Although it is that, of course, it is actually at the heart of my creativity and I believe is at the core of my success. My father, John Oliver, who was from Point, was a true Antiguan bon vivant, and he showed me from a very early age exactly how to create surroundings that people can truly unfurl in. I believe that this early insight has given me a unique perspective on how to deliver an event, how to really bring joy to people and uplift what could otherwise be yet another run-of-the-mill restaurant. My mother, Maria Prince, from St. John's, instilled in me from a very young age a great love of the written and spoken word and an ability to share that with other people. Through that part of my family, the Prince family, I am descended from a long line of powerful, articulate, clear-speaking Antiguan women. I feel that connection running through me every day, and I am eternally grateful for it. I draw heavily on both of these influences, and I would say that they have definitely helped to uplift me in my career. I am very happy to say that we are in the midst of planning a series of very exciting events, hand in hand with Sherry from Antigua Tourism and the High Commissioner, the wonderful Karen Mayhill, and I am very thrilled about it.
Hello Antigua, happy 39th anniversary. My name is Robert Foster and I was born in Antigua in 1955 to Nora Parker and Theodore Foster. I was brought up in the village of Otters by my grandmother in my formative years. I left Antigua in 1963 to join my mother in England. That was quite a rude awakening, landing in England, very dark and dismal, and I wondered what I'd done wrong to have been sent to England. I was unable to go to school in Antigua, so my schooling began at the age of 9 here in England. That, for me, was a very, very, very hard time. However, I got through that, and my first proper work was at National Westminster Bank, where I worked for 17 years and was able to gain as far up as assistant manager. From then, I actually went and worked and started my own day nursery. I had 3 daycare centres in London, which lasted for 12 years. After that, I had set up my own business consultancy, which goes until today, giving, writing and getting funds for small businesses and writing business plans. From there, I was able to start and run an organisation called the Windrush Nurses and Beyond Foundation. And I was fortunate enough to be able to get 12 medals from the Queen to give to our nurses. The foundation and the charity was started with my partner, Sandy Phillips, and we were able to put on a Thanksgiving service in 2018 for all the pioneers that came from the Caribbean to set up and live and work in England. I have to say that I've always wanted to give back to Antigua, and I was lucky enough to do so following on from my son's degree in film, and so therefore we set up a small team and called our organisation the Wadadley Short Film Festival. We had a VIP launch in 2019 at Carlisle Bay and was able to get many of the locals involved, including Sunset Villas and also Caribbean Cinemas. I very much hope that we will return to Antigua after COVID-19 to recommence again in 2021. Have a great Independence Day, Antigua. Thank you.
Hello Antigua, happy 39th anniversary. Welcome to sunny England. I'm here, Dean Foster. I was born and raised in this country, but my parents are both proud Antiguans, and I left Antigua and Barbuda at a young age come to this country to be reunited with their parents. As my grandparents and my parents are both Antiguan, I've been surrounded by people that have a positive affirmation about the country, the people and the culture. And as I've grown up, being raised in this type of environment, I've made it my duty to go back to Antigua and Barbuda and explore this for myself. And I've been back 5 times. That's how fantastic I found it. And I love being back in my country, and I'm proud of being an Antiguan and Barbudan. Even though I was born here on these shores, I make it sure to go back and see my people. One of my main passions is film. And I went to university to study creative writing and media with culture studies. And from then on, I worked for some big broadcasters such as the BBC and Endemol. And now I found myself wanting to take on board all of those skills that I've harbored and give something back to my people. So last year we set up the Wadadi Short Film Festival, which was our inaugural film festival, and it was a massive success. We had many people come down that touted the event, and basically we were hoping to come back and do it again this year, but unfortunately COVID-19 has ruined our plans. So hopefully we'll be able to be reunited soon, bring some great fantastic short films to Antigua and Barbuda, as well as highlight the talent that we have in the country. So until then, have a happy 39th anniversary.
My name is Pamela Roberts. I'm a creative producer and a historian. My work specializes in presenting untold stories, especially about Black scholars at the University of Oxford. One of the scholars I would like to tell you about is the Reverend James Arthur Harley from the village of All Saints, Antigua. James Arthur Harley dreamt big when he left his island home in 1890s to pursue his childhood vocation of becoming a minister in the Protestant Episcopalian Church, known as the Anglican Church in England. He achieved an outstanding academic career, first studying at the University of Howard in Washington, D.C., Yale, Harvard, and Oxford. In 1909, he became a history maker when he became the first Black student to achieve the Diploma of Anthropology at the Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford. He achieved his childhood ambition of becoming a minister in the Anglican Church in 1911 when he was ordained at Canterbury Cathedral. He served in parishes in Leeds, Leicester, and Kent. After the Great War, he reinvented himself as an outspoken politician. His contribution to the people in his first parish, Shepshed, Leicester, was recognized by the naming of a street in his honor. The following is an extract from my play, A Scholar and a Statesman, about the Reverend James Arthur Harley.
Can you imagine the Michael School closing? Huh? Best school in the Antigua, the grammar school. Only 4 of them legitimate children. But I had a father, Henry James Harley, a landlord, property owner. Mother christened me with his middle name, James. James Arthur Hardy. So I could have gone to the grammar school with all those high and mighty philanthropist children, but the All Saints Village School was my playground. Boy, Miss Jones was strict. Standing at the front of the class, then striding purposely up and down the aisle, switch in her hand. Any misbehaving, met with one flick of the wrist. That switch would have light on your skin and set it on fire with a stinging pain. Josephine Eleanor Lake, my mother. Grand and proud as her name. Her family came from Anguilla. Mother's fingers skillfully worked magic with a fine needle as a seamstress. Those same fingers would efficiently pick and shred saltfish, bones discarded, peppers and onions sliced, diced and dispatched into a sizzling pan. And then the creme de creme, cornmeal beaten into a paste, fungi and chop up. No better dish. The rest of the village children and I would sneak into the big sugar plantation, sample the rum. It wasn't even proper rum. Just the sugar water runner from the molasses. Boy, my mother would give me a couple of good licks. Drunk! Disgrace in the family's name! I can still feel me backside stinging. The owner of that plantation named it after his baby daughter. Betty's Hope. Hope! Not for the people being beaten and brutalized to make them rich. This island life, not for me. Sugar no longer the lucrative commodity. Plantation owners deserting in their droves. My little high collar doesn't protect me. Prospects. A courier. A minister in a Protestant Episcopal church. That's what I wanted to be ever since I heard the Reverend being preach. He would stand at the pulpit, look down upon his flock. That's what he would call us. He would bring the Bible alive. Reverend Bean told me about the General Theology Seminary, the oldest seminary of the Episcopal Church in New York City. That's where I was heading. I wasn't going to sit bemoaning my melancholy fate, aimless amid this encircling doom. The sight of the Statue of Liberty was magnificent as we sailed into New York. Passengers, pickpockets, porters jostling each other as we made our way to the registration area. The sound of horses' hooves clattering. The heavy pungent smell of manure from the horse-drawn Hansom cabs. The buzzing of the electric rails powering the trolley cars. The chatter from the neighbor's room, invading into the room next door and creeping up the fire escape was an assault on my senses. The first night in this dilapidated Harlem brownstone room. No longer would Antigua sand caress my toes, or the wind make the tall, thorny stems of the sugar cane and the lush green palm trees speak. The next day I would embark on the first step of my ministerial career.
Charlie Skerritt, the founder of Antigua and Barbuda, You Can Dance, wishing all Antiguans and Barbudans a happy independence.
As a child, Greencastle and Hamilton were places my parents talked about when they left Antigua in the 1960s to come to London. Life passed until they celebrated their 49th wedding anniversary. It was to be their last. Seasons of love, winter, the cool chill of life, still man and wife. Together you have faced whatever came your way. Those seeds you planted have grown. So now you are together, but never alone, never alone. Leaving Antigua was the greatest sacrifice. Sacrifice is the greatest of loves. Goodbye and thank you. You gave all there was, it was too much. I could not hold it all. The legacy is unparalleled, cannot be matched in my lifetime or beyond. How was I chosen to be this blessed?
Hello, my name is Sharon Foster. I was born in Antigua and I came to the UK in the late 60s when I was about 4. I came to be reunited with my family. I then went to school in Hackney, and one of the qualifications I gained once leaving secondary school was A-level art. However, I pursued a career in science and became a research scientist. I didn't reconnect with art again until my late 40s when I completed a short course at Central St Martin's. My love for art then made me pursue a career in art, and I then started to produce art, exhibit art and sell art, and you can see some of the artwork behind me. My art mainly focuses on my culture and heritage, which I would really like to share with others.
Hi, my name's Alvin Kofi. I'm an artist based in the UK. My work is based around portraiture and figurative work. But in 2018, Lambeth Council commissioned me to do an installation for the Windrush 70. And I immediately thought of my parents, Mummy and Daddy, and their Windrush journey from Antigua. Here's me with my dad. So I decided to create a concept around suitcases. You know how those West Indian people came over with a whole ton of suitcases, carrying all their belongings. Anyway, I titled it Bitter Sweet Arrivals, under the main theme, Rooted. And as I worked up my rough ideas for the project, I remembered the colours in Daddy's gardens that were found in all the flowers that he used to grow. So I chose the hibiscus flower that I'm sure reminded him of Antigua. I managed to integrate that into the design using the palm trees, flowers, and to try to recreate that notion of our journey. My father had some good times, saved some money, sent for his wife, bought his first house, had some more good times, and had some children. Here's me with the bald head on the right hand side with my brothers and sisters. My role as an artist is to tell stories, our stories. In this case, my journey and my roots back to Antigua, from the UK back to the motherland, that enables us to keep ourselves rooted.
So we're here in the Princess Alexandra Hall here at the Royal Overseas League to present this amazing group of young musicians, and Alison and Jonathan are going to tell you more about that. My name is Jeff Parkin and I'm the Artistic Director of the Royal Overseas League, and we're delighted to have connections with Antigua and Barbuda, particularly with the ABISO, Antigua and Barbuda Youth Symphony Orchestra. And we've enjoyed over the last couple of years supporting the orchestra, particularly with some of our prize winners, including Jordan Black, clarinetist, who you're going to hear in this performance. And we enjoyed a trip to Antigua last summer, where we worked intensively with the orchestra over about 10 days, And because of the COVID situation this year, we've been having 6 young musicians connected with Rosal who have been working online using Zoom to mentor the young musicians in Antigua, which is fantastic, and we look forward to continuing that work in the future. I'm going to hand over to Alison Cox from the Commonwealth Resounds to say a bit more about her involvement and this piece you're going to hear.
My name's Alison Cox, and I'm the founder and chair of trustees of the Commonwealth Resounds, and also head of composition at the Purcell School for Young Musicians. Last summer, as Jeff said, we took a group of young musicians to Antigua and Barbuda to work closely with the Antigua and Barbuda Youth Symphony Orchestra. Now, this was a wonderful project, which meant a great deal to the young musicians involved, and also was a great connection between the school and Antigua and the Commonwealth. And we were hoping to do the same again, but unfortunately, the group of young musicians who were going to come to Antigua were not able to. Now, we're delighted in this performance today that 2 of them who were going to come are playing in the piece that has been written. Now, this piece has been specially composed, and it incorporates music from young composers in Antigua who we have been training and who've won international awards. The young composers involved are all featured in this piece, and I'm going to hand over to Jonathan Knight, who is the composer. Jonathan, tell us a bit about your piece.
Thank you. I'm Jonathan, and I'm a composer at the Purcell School. And this piece that I've arranged comprises of music from 3 young composers from Antigua. I've had a lot of help with this piece from Can Cordis, who's a steel pan player from Antigua. And he helped me out a lot to develop some of the idiomatic style that he is used in calypso music.
Jonathan incorporated the music from 3 talented young school-age Antiguan composers. Their names were Khadija, Brianna, and Jafari. And then I hope that the whole of Antigua and Barbuda will enjoy listening to your piece. Thank you.
My name's Sandra and I'm the Managing Director of SN Travel, formerly known as Stoke Newington Travel. We've been in business now for 47 years and we operate in the heart of Stoke Newington. The business started in September 1973 on the High Street, but prior to that, my father actually started the business in our home in Dalston. He was a man of vision, a man who was an entrepreneur who just saw things that people didn't. He was always a giving person, always wanted to help. And when he came from Antigua back in the 50s, his vision was to help. Sometime in the early 50s, he started helping people to go back to the Caribbean to visit their friends and relatives, going back for funerals. And he became the go-between between the person and the airline. And he did that really voluntarily. You know, he was a person that would help you if he could. So he started doing that from our home. And in 1969, he organised the first charter flight back to Antigua. And that was the start of it. He continued the business at home for a few years, where people were coming to him and saying, yeah, we want to travel, how can you help us? He was a man that trusted people, because for years it was almost a scheme of book now and pay when you get back. In 1973, he made the plunge and opened up the High Street shop, which is still here on Stoke Newington Road. And that was the start of SN Travel. We started off as predominantly a flight-only business, and over the years we've progressed to selling holidays, cruises. We specialise in weddings and honeymoons. Our motto is, leave it to us. My dad always used to say that. As a young child growing up, you'd remember him saying, leave it to me. So our strapline became, for a great experience, leave it to us. I mean, my dad came here in the 50s as an Antiguan who migrated to the UK. Said he came for 5 years to better himself or to see what he could do to return home. He never did, but his business that he started is a legacy which we can take from generation to generation. We're proud of our heritage, and when I go to Antigua, I honestly feel like I'm going home. And when I go there with my Antiguan passport, the first thing they say to me is, welcome home. Being on that sunny soil, I do feel like it's home when I'm in Antigua. I feel like the knowledge that I've learnt here, I want to give back, just like my dad came here and gave so much to this country. I feel like it's time for us to start giving back to our heritage country, which I call home.
Hi, I'm Melissa Christian from Island Mass UK, and on behalf of all of my fellow Antiguans and Barbudans here in the UK, we'd like to wish you a happy 39th independence.
I'm Everton George, President of the Antigua and Barbuda National Association, London. I'm from the village of Green Bay, St. John's, Antigua. Happy Independence Day to Antigua and Barbuda as it celebrates 39 years of independence. God bless you all.
My name is Mervyn Caesar-John, Chair of the Waltham Forest Antigua, Barbuda and Dominica Twinning Association. Greetings to all Antiguans and Barbudans from members and friends of the Twinning Association. We send you our very best wishes from the UK on the occasion of Antigua Barbuda's 39th anniversary of independence from Britain. Have a safe and joyous celebration. Happy independence to you all.
Hello, my name is Chris Robbins. I'm the Mayor of the London Borough of Waltham Forest. I have great pleasure in offering my congratulations on Independence Day for Antigua and Barbuda.
Hi, my name's Anthony Thomas. I'm the Chairman of Barbuda Rise. We are a UK-based non-profit organisation comprised of Barbudan descendants. Formed in the wake of the devastation caused by Hurricane Irma in 2017, we have made it our primary objective to assist in the recovery of our country of heritage. Among our efforts, we have successfully organised a number of community events and have collaborated with other charitable organisations, offering a substantial amount to the B Foundation, enabling them to provide much needed food vouchers to the most vulnerable households on the island due to COVID-19. Barbuda Rise remain committed to our mission of helping to assist in the rebuilding of the island of Barbuda, and we look forward to more fundraisers in the future post-COVID-19.
Good morning. I am Cliff Walker, Chairman of the charity Friends of the Fines Institute, FOFI, and other groups that have been providing assistance to Antigua and Barbuda for many years. I would like to have a happy independence, Antigua and Barbuda.
Hello, I'm Shamiz Peters, and I'm currently studying a master's degree in e-governance technologies and services in Estonia.
Hi, I'm Kezia Celestine, and I'm currently studying a bachelor's degree in EU and international law. And we would like to wish our home country, Antigua and Barbuda, a happy Independence Day.
Hi Antigua and Barbuda, my name is Simone Diaz, one of 3 2020 Chevening Scholars for Antigua and Barbuda. I will be pursuing a master's degree in the UK at the University of Manchester. We have come a long way as a nation, and it is through the strength and resilience of our people that we have made strides in key areas of our nation building. So, let us celebrate our progress thus far and work towards further development of our people with one purpose, one vision, as one nation. Happy 39th Independence to my twin island nation.
On behalf of the staff of the Antigua Barbuda High Commission in the United Kingdom, we wish everyone
Happy Independence. On behalf of the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority here in the UK, I'd like to wish everyone a happy 39th anniversary of independence.
And see you soon in Antigua and Barbuda to celebrate.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence.
It's no secret that emancipation heals the soul and guides a nation. We fight for freedom. It's never ending. We join our voices in celebration. Oh, the land, the sun, the sea live in a song. And no matter time or distance, you're my home. We're one people, forging on, and we've got a lot to learn, but the future's strong. The future's strong. Oh, precious silence, walk in peace. Oh, precious silence, in unity. Oh, precious silence. Oh, precious silence, so dear to me. White sand beneath me, a coral reef. Protect her beauty, keep her hiding. Justice and mercy, bring love to thee. Bring in the balance.